Game 1. Time in. 0-0-2.
That one long off the paddle of Etta Tuionetoa.
0-0-1.
In the net from Vivienne David. Vivienne David and Callie Smith, both known to have really good attitudes,
0-0-2.
positive, kind players. Attack from Tina Pisnik down the line. And the ball will go back over to the Ranchers. Let's see that again. Set up from Etta on that smack from the kitchen line. Good ball movement here. That one long from Vivienne David, trying to vary things up a little bit after a long dink rally.
One 0-1.
Tina Pisnik tries to attack down the line. Gets stopped by the net.
1-0-2.
Dropped third shot, so the ball will go back over to the Chicago slice here. Oh no, excuse me, I think that ball was long. Tina Pisnik still on the serve.
0-0-2.
Set up and attack from Tina Pisnik. You cannot let her get going like that. Ranchers now up 3-0 as we find a way to get the ball under the bleachers. With some help from a young fan over there. Some tournaments, they do have ball kids, but we don't have one at this current in Orlando. Vivienne David on the attack from that right side. Speeding things up and capitalizing. So they'll get the ball down by 3. That one falls a little bit short of the attack from Etta Tuionetoa.
0-3-2.
Etta on the left here. Great reflexes from Tina Pisnik to set up the slam from Etta Tuionetoa. Dink battle, set up and down.
3-0-1.
There we go. Callie Smith showing that she can do it too. awkward angle for Tina Pisnik as she reenacts it for her partner Etta Tuionetoa, trying to take part in that hands battle. Just elbow a little too far up. Etta says no, and she's right. Goes long. Callie Smith with the ball. Still trying to get on the board here. That one doesn't go for Callie Smith, so empty trip for the Chicago slice on that one.
3-0-1.
Stacking again with Tina on the left here. Good angle there from Vivienne David, catching Etta Tuionetoa in no man's land.
3-0-2.
Etta Tuionetoa trying to reset. It's too nice of a shot from Vivienne David. They'll get the ball back once again. Try to get some points on the board.
0-3-1.
Nice attack, Etta, from the left side. So it seems like they're kind of switching it up, not letting the slice get used to one on the left, one on the right.
0-3-2.
Callie Smith in the net. She struggled to find offense here in this first one on that left side. So the Ranchers up one more.
3-0-1.
They're saying it was a late call. We might have a challenge here.
My second says that is a timely call. The call is out. Second serve.
Okay, out is the call. Looks like no one wants to challenge. So we'll go to the second serve for the Ranchers.
3-0-2.
That's in. Oh. Seems like she hit the bar, which you're not allowed to do, not allowed to touch the net in any way, and I think Etta's foot just caught it. Empty trip for the Ranchers on that one. So once again, Vivienne David on the right holding it down.
0-3-1.
Callie Smith on the left. And of course, I'm talking about their rights and lefts.
Second serve.
ATP misses a little wide there. Callie Smith still looking to get in a groove. That one long. Nice eye from Etta Tuionetoa. Once again, an empty trip. Both teams kind of at a stalemate at the moment. A lot of towel timeouts going on. I know you can't see, but Tina Pisnik is wiping off her face, and so is Etta Tuionetoa with her arms. It is very humid out here in Florida, and sunscreen is needed, but sunscreen sometimes makes you sweat more. So these players are pretty frequently trying to make sure their hands aren't slippery. Wow. Great defense from the Rangers, but they can't come up with it. Christian Alshon running on the court, giving some advice, trying to get his team out of the stalemate they're in, give him a little energy. angle there from Etta Tuionetoa in the dink battle. So they get one on.
4-0-2.
Nice angle there from Callie Smith. That might be what she needs to get some offensive energy flowing for herself on that left side. Ball goes back over. Once again, another chance for the Slice to put some points on.
0-4-1.
Nice shot from Tina Pisnik at the feet of Vivienne David in that no man's land zone. So hard to reset that kind of ball.
0-4-2.
And that one doesn't go. Nice angle, nice spin from Tina Pisnik going cross court on those dink rallies.
4-0-1.
Cross court attack, speed up Tina Pisnik. She's feeling herself now. And if they can get one on this, we will get to an end switch.
5-0-1.
Nice setup and draw from Etta Tuionetoa for the Ranchers, up 6-0. That one in the net there. Vivienne David ready for it. Clapping to her teammate, giving her some life.
6-0-2.
Nice reset from Vivienne David. Well done on that dink rally to get the ball back after the end switch there. Callie Smith setting herself up pretty well. Vivienne David with great defense. Trying to keep them on that back line as long as possible, and it works. They're trying to creep up to the kitchen. Tina Pisnik pushing them back. Still trying to get on the board here, Chicago Slice.
0-6-2.
That ball was out, but Vivienne David said, I don't care, I want to slam it. And finally, a little bit of life here and a point on the board for the Slice. Callie Smith with the ball. Etta trying to get some spin on that dink. Stop by the net cord, so we're 2-6 now.
2-6-2.
Nice attack down the line from Callie Smith, and this is the momentum shift that they need on that Slice side.
Timeout. Texas Rangers.
And Texas Rangers will take a timeout here. Smith with the ball for the Slice.
Side out.
Ball goes back over, so successful timeout for the Ranchers. Stacking to put Etta Tuionetoa on the left. Etta Tuionetoa right down the line, and that is the kind of stuff she puts together from that left side. Probably why they wanted to make sure she was there to create some offense for herself and get some energy going for the Texas Rangers side. Etta on the serve now.
7-3-1.
Etta Tuionetoa once again going straight ahead of her at Vivienne David. Very successful. 8-3, just like that.
8-3-1.
Callie Smith tries one down the middle, doesn't go. Patient from Etta Tuionetoa.
9-3-1.
She's really hit a groove here. I cursed her. Sorry, Etta. That is classic. Serve will go over to Tina Pisnik.
9-3-2.
That one wide from Etta Tuionetoa. I really may have got her. She'll get back into it, though. No worries. Callie Smith with the ball now.
3-9-1.
Once again wide. So now you can assume that Etta's a little bit in her head, which may lead to a strategy from the slice here to target her a little more, especially with those hands battles.
Second serve.
Vivienne David. Christian Alshon once again coming right onto the court, not afraid to strategize. And the ref warning him, hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. Don't go on the court. He's just very enthusiastic.
4-9-2.
You might hear the crowd trying to energize the New Jersey Fives on championship court. And that one out of bounds from Callie Smith. Two points needed from the Ranchers here to end this women's doubles game, and we'll take another towel timeout, as you can see on your screen, making sure hands and arms aren't getting in the way.
9-4-1.
That one may have caught the line. They're calling it out. I guess they're gonna go with it for now. Looks like there's a little bit of discussion. The ref may have seen it herself, though. Looks like that's what happened. So we're at game point here. Nice from Etta Tuionetoa after a little bit of a couple weird rallies from her. Oh, and Christian, there's a lot of energy on this grandstand court this last day of the MLP season opener. A lot of cheering, clapping, and we've been seeing the hometown team fans on this court, and that's usually when the most energy is over on grandstand, but really the benches and the staff and the players are bringing it today.
All right, gentlemen, let's go.
So you can already see James Ignatowich on the left side bouncing. You'll see a lot of that. Oncins with the ball. Christian Alshon will be taking a lot of towel timeouts, as we've come to call them. Christian Alshon saying that his goal is to be the best player in the world. He's on that quest. He starts with it for the Ranchers. And that one falls short. Eric Oncins kind of getting some of those jitters out early. Max Freeman. Trying that attack down the line, doesn't go. James Ignatowich now with the serve.
0-0-2.
Nice attack there, and it tags Christian Alshon. Jimmy with the serve, up by 1.
Stop play.
Stop play, reserve. This has been a big deal this tournament. They are making sure that the release height is correct on the serve. That one doesn't go for Jimmy. 1 point on the board here, and Christian Alshon will serve.
0-1-1.
Great left hand down the middle attack from Max Freeman on that right side.
0-1-2.
Such a great switch of directions, explosive from Eric Oncins, down the line and then directly to the outside within a half second.
1-1-2.
Oh, setting up for the Ernie, Max Freeman. Read like a book, James Ignatowich, as Eric Oncins tries to go down the middle with Max Freeman setting up for that Ernie. But James knows exactly what's coming and can capitalize.
1-1-1.
Christian Alshon on the left for that play, and that one sails long. So they've switched it up for those two rallies. They had Christian taking the left side where he was starting on the right. Looks like they will go back to that as they stack for Eric to take the left. Nice attack there, the lefty power from Max Freeman. Nice job by Max Freeman keeping his opposing team on that back line. So hard to reset from there, especially on the backhand.
1-1-1.
Very nice drop from James. It was a drive drop. And so they'll get a point in their first lead. That one doesn't go for Christian Alshon. Puts up a hand. Sorry, I couldn't get that for you, James.
3-1-1.
That one just out of the court. James with a little breath exhalation, thinking, oh, that was close. Towel timeout, yes, of course. Down by 2, the Ranchers. They're trying to get it back here.
3-1-2.
Nice attack down the middle. They did not expect that. Lefty flick. 4-1 now on the second serve.
4-1-2.
Popped up from Eric
He
Oncins.
called it in, you called it out.
Oh, we have 2 varying calls here. The ref did see it though and says it's in.
You cannot challenge an in ruling, not an MLP, sir. It's a point.
So the ref is explaining to Christian that in Major League Pickleball, you cannot challenge an in call. You can only challenge Catherine Parento over Annalie Waters.
Time in.
Here we go on grandstand. That one long. Christian Alshon energized, channeling some of that anger he may have felt a little bit earlier into something positive here alongside Eric Oncins. Very nice from Christian Alshon. A little bit of an off speed. James Ignatowich not sure what to do with it. So they get another point on the board here after the side change. Unfortunate for the Ranchers on that one. They really saw some of their team chemistry when Christian Alshon swung and missed, and Eric's there to pick it up. Unable to come up with that one, unfortunately. Oh, very nice from Eric Oncins as Max Freeman sets up for the Ernie. Doesn't get it. Eric sets one up and gets it, executes. 3-6 now. I'm hearing James breathe too. Down the middle, backhand from Max Freeman. He's known for that two-handed backhand, along with the power he has on the right side with his left. Christian Alshon down the line through the legs of James Ignatowich, and he is definitely having some extra energy right now.
6-3-2.
Nice off-speed from Christian Alshon, but Max Freeman totally read it. Puts it right through the middle.
7-3-2.
Around the post is wide from Christian Alshon, and you can tell he feels the frustration on that one as the slice goes up 8-3. James Ignatowich with the ball for the Chicago slice. Oh, so a successful timeout for the Ranchers already. And if any team is going to take advantage of a chance, it's going to be these guys for the Ranchers. Eric Oncins with the ball first.
3-8-1.
That one just short, trying to drop it and make their way up, just doesn't go.
3-8-2.
Nice pickup from Oncins. Nice rally there from the Ranchers. Eric Oncins on fire. Beautiful pickup and reset. That one long. Again, I think sorting out the extra frustration that he still has. Max Freeman on the serve. Oh, and what a brilliant shot right down the middle as Alshon makes his way up. Can't get much better than that. 9-4 now, the slice. Nice attack there down the line from Eric Oncins. Go to the second serve.
9-4-2.
That was a good idea from Eric, but just wide. Christian and Eric saying to each other, hey, we're still in this. Game point, though, for the Chicago slice.
10-4-2.
And it falls short, so one more chance potentially for the Texas Rangers to make a comeback here. Christian talking through some stuff with Eric, making sure they're all on the same page.
4-10-1.
A little bit of a off speed off the net cord, and then Christian can't come up with it. Eric Oncins very much still making sure that he's connected with Christian.
4-10-2.
Lob, and that is out. Empty trip for the Ranchers.
10-4-1.
Still at game point for the slice. And that's out. James Ignatowich will have the second serve.
10-4-2.
That one doesn't go. Once again, another chance. They are lucky to have gotten one, and let's see what they can do with it. Christian Alshon was a big proponent of having side-out scoring for Major League Pickleball, and I have a feeling he might become a big proponent for challenging your own in-ruling.
4-10-1.
After today. Great serve, aggressive from Alshon. And gets one there.
5-10-1. Football.
That's too high. Foot fault called.
Second serve, you. Yes.
She confirms it was Callie Smith with a very emphatic stance on her own call there. And we'll see if the Ranchers can get this one. Nice attack there. Max Freeman just doesn't get the angle he wants. And the Ranchers build 6-10 now.
10-2.
Okay.
7-10-2.
That one short. So the ball goes back over. We're still at game point. Nice little comeback from the Ranchers here.
10-7-1.
And that one falls short, and James Ignatowich is excited to have won that men's doubles match. So we're evened up here on Grandstand 1-1 as we a second.
0-2.
Vivienne David setting up for that Ernie. Nice attack there, cross court from James Ignatowich. So Toray is a top manufacturing organization based in Japan. Their T700 carbon fiber is used in a lot of high performance paddles. So they're our kitchen sponsor here. Flick from Eric Oncins down the line to Vivienne David, can't go. So we're on the second serve, still scoreless here. Nice attack, Vivienne David, speeding things up from that right side. Chicago Slice now up 1-0.
1-0-2.
Vivienne David unable to come up with that one. Tina Pisnik testing her with the dinks cross court.
0-1-1.
Speeding things up is Eric Oncins after a little bit of awkwardness from the net cord, puts it right back to Vivienne David and then takes it down the line. We're evened up at 1 now.
1-1-1.
Nice attack there, cross court once again. I guess he was really standing in the middle there.
1-1-2.
Taking it outside. Vivienne David catching Eric Oncins in no man's land, and he cannot reset.
1-1-1.
Still all ones. Speed up is out from James Ignatowich. We'll go to the second serve.
Way to move, Eric. Way to move.
1-1-2. No, that hit the post.
The ball did hit the net, so I'm not sure if they're calling that. Okay, yes, so it is not a point. It looks like we could review it. Asking some questions. Nope, we'll move on.
2-1-2.
Wow, Vivienne David. Nice ball movement. Wow, how did she get that? Wow, set up beautifully from some amazing defense from Vivienne David. Not even sure how she came up with some of those, and Jimmy able to put the nail in the coffin there.
3-1-2.
ATP. Vivienne David is playing stellar. Chicago Slice now up by 3. That one through the middle, but out of bounds from Eric Oncins. 5-1 now. If they get one more, we'll have an end switch. Vivienne David tying her shoes.
5-1-2.
Tina Pisnik on the left here. Bit of an awkward angle for Vivienne David. They switched it up. Tina Pisnik and James Ignatowich dinking cross court to one another. Oncins now on the left once again. Nice serve there, and James Ignatowich not sure if it was in, but he's sticking with it for now. Christian Alshon once again making his way onto the court to encourage. Very beautiful angle and a thumbs up from James Ignatowich on that one as he takes it from no man's land and drops it right in that corner.
Three, 5-1.
Vivienne David with a successful speed up there. Down the line to Oncins. Three to 5 is the score. That one doesn't go for Vivienne David off the serve from Tina Pisnik. Only now down by 1, the Texas Ranchers. ATP, I mean, that's textbook from Tina Pisnik. So hard to defend. And just like that, we're tied up. Next point gets the end switch. Oncins trying to be everywhere all at once. Can't come up with that one. Ball back over to the slice.
5-5-1.
Nice spin there from James Ignatowich, making it hard to return. So we will go to the end switch now. The slice up only by 1. On the serve for the slice. Nice attack down the line. Vivienne David really encouraging her partner after that one.
6-5-2.
Ernie attempt and executed. He was looking for it, I could tell, and then sets him up perfectly from Vivienne David.
5-6-1.
And that one doesn't go for Tina Pisnik. On the serve now. Beautiful return. That one's long. Nice eyes from Tina Pisnik there. As James tries to keep her on the back line, and it sails.
6-6-2.
Tied up now at 6. Very nice backhand. ATP, and then Oncins capitalizes. Sees the hole and goes right through it. James Ignatowich unable to return it in the court. Now up by 1, the Texas Ranchers. Vivienne David trying to switch. James Ignatowich a little have come back. They're now up by 2. Tina Pisnik on the serve. Totally reading it. Eric Oncins and James Ignatowich apologizes to Vivienne David for crossing over so much. But Eric Oncins exposes that open angle, and just like that, up by 3, 9-6 after being down on the end change. That one is out. James is frustrated. Game point for the Texas Ranchers.
10-6-2.
Nice from Vivienne David, little off speed, some spin, and they get the ball back here. 6-10, avoiding game point.
6-10-1.
Great defense first from Vivienne David, but Eric Oncins just too good on that overhead slam.
6-10-2.
That one is out. So the ball goes back over. Empty trip for the Slice on potentially their last chance to get some points on the board.
10-6-1.
Speed up from Vivienne David. Eric Oncins reads it, and that is the end of our first mixed doubles matchup. The Ranchers come back to what we'll do right now. That one falls short for Etta Tuionetoa, trying to drop it in the kitchen. Ball goes over to the Slice.
0-0-1.
Very nice outside angle from Alshon, forcing Max Freeman to reach over there. That one is out. Christian Alshon taking an extra look at it and says, for real, it is hands up, I'm not kidding. Etta Tuionetoa on the serve, still scoreless. Max Freeman, the lefty power from the right side.
0-0-2.
That one long from Christian Alshon, trying to vary up the speed a little bit. Still scoreless.
0-0-1.
Trying to get some spin on the backhand there. Drop it in the kitchen, doesn't go. Callie Smith on the serve. Speed up from the cross-court dink from Etta Tuionetoa. Max Freeman capitalizing. They're on the board, 1-0.
1-0-2.
That one long
Side out.
from Callie Smith. Looks to her bench for some reassurance. Down by 1, the Ranchers.
0-1-1.
Walks around to get a forehand. Speed up attack from Max Freeman doesn't go. Christian Alshon being slow and methodical, patient on that play.
1-1-1.
Trying to unwind that stack and keep Max Freeman honest, and doesn't get over the net. That serve is out.
Side out.
So side out, tied up at 1. Someone on the tennis court next door is going to get that ball for us. That flew off of Callie's paddle. There we go, thank you very much.
1-1-1.
Attack kind of messed up by the net cord there, popped up and crushed by Max Freeman.
2-1-1.
Great offense, there it is from Etta Tuionetoa. Her team is very enthusiastic about her. That one falls short off the paddle of Max Freeman.
1-2-1.
That is out again. Christian Alshon having some trouble with his serves. That's his, I don't know in a row, I don't think in a row, but his second this game that has been out of bounds. Looks at his paddle in a confused manner. So the serve will now go to Etta Tuionetoa. Encouraging Christian. It's all good.
1-2-2.
Popped up, and Max Freeman gets good paddle on it. Ball back over to the slice.
2-1-1.
Nice offense there from both Ranchers. Etta Tuionetoa so strong in that she can match that energy and power from Christian Alshon. Nice angle there from Max Freeman, kind of a rise ball.
3-1-2.
Once again, same angle on Etta Tuionetoa. Just trying to participate in the hands battle there.
4-1-2.
Christian Alshon holding it together for a little bit. Move the ball around, the slice does, and able to come up with the point. Christian Alshon taking a drink of water before he passes that ball back the other way.
Well, let's go.
Callie Smith on the serve.
5-1-2.
Hands battle with Christian Alshon. Can't come up with it.
Let's go, let's go. Work it, work it.
1-5-1.
Down by 4, the Ranchers.
Point. Timeout. 2-5-1.
So the call stood because we didn't have enough to overturn. As you can see, that angle is really tough with James's head kind of in the way, but we play on. That one long off the paddle of Christian Alshon. Great deflection, and then Christian Alshon buries it down the line right to Max Freeman. 3-5 the score now.
Yes, it is. 3-5-2.
That one falls short. Christian Alshon, again, gonna have to work out of a little frustration here. Having trouble on his serves. Having trouble on just a couple of mistakes, and he's got to work his way out. A little bit of life there, especially from the Texas Rangers bench.
5-3-2.
That one through the middle. Christian Alshon finding some life here. A little bit of a momentum switch, and that's definitely what he needed.
3-5-1.
Easily one of the longer rallies of this match, and the disguised speed up from Christian Alshon is the ender. Only down by one now, the Ranchers.
4-5-1.
Speed up a little bit from Max Freeman, and Alshon pulls it long. So it's the second serve now.
4-5-2.
Nice ball movement from Christian Alshon, switching up the angles. And again, kind of disguising where he's going. It's not super clear. Such a fast movement in a flick. Tied up at 5. Crushed by Etta Tuionetoa. I told you she can be the X factor here and really get going. And that brings Natoa really showing her star power.
6-5-2.
That ball is crushed by Max Freeman to get the ball back after the end switch.
5-6-1.
Nice ball movement and an enthusiastic scream from Callie Smith as she ties things up 6-6. You might hear championship court counting to 5. That's the way they cheer for the New Jersey Fives.
6-6-1.
Very nice, Max Freeman using his left hand to attack down the line.
7-6-1.
Very frustrated Max, trying to go through the middle there on the speed up. Still up by 1. And reminder, if they can get a win here, they'll force a Dream Breaker scenario. Yeah, Max Freeman says, as that one is pulled wide by Etta Tuionetoa. Now up by 2, the Chicago slice. Callie Smith, cross-court offense from the left, and Christian Alshon is frustrated and he wants to take a timeout. And he's being told he cannot take a timeout. I'm not sure if he already took one. They're double checking right now.
Yes, they call it timeout as well. Timeout.
All right, we will go to a timeout here.
9-6-2.
And we'll take a couple seconds and be right back. More of those, and it will be a technical foul, resulting in a point for the other team. Christian Alshon with the rise ball, cross court to Callie Smith. Able to get the ball back, down by 3 here. Callie Smith setting up for an Ernie. And Etta Tuionetoa catches her leaning. That's 1 point, only down by 2 now.
Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Right here. Right here.
7-9-1.
Attack through the middle, the speed up Christian Alshon is feeling himself now. Cutting the lead down to 1 and still on the first serve.
8-9-1. Second serve.
And that's the frustration he'll have to work himself out of. Etta really helping him out, saying, hey, it's okay, shake it off. He'll serve now.
8-9-2.
That one, good dodge there, good eye and call from Etta Tuionetoa.
Timeout, Chicago Slice.
Game
9-9-2.
point and a timeout from the Chicago Slice. Oh. Etta Tuionetoa tags Max back. And she walks away trying to keep her cool. She's not one to yell or cheer very much. Calm, cool, collected. Tina Pisnik following her, giving her some words of encouragement, strategy. Etta receiving it. So they're on the second serve, the slice here.
9-9-2.
Callie Smith stares at the ball, unable to get it over after some great defense. So back over to the Ranchers. If they can get it done on this possession, just 2 more points, we are done with this matchup.
9-9-1.
If they give it away, we'll go to a Dream Breaker. Great reset from Etta Tuionetoa. Sets up for the Ernie. Alshon doesn't take the bait. Other side, and the offense is just too good. Max Freeman able to capitalize and bring it to the second serve. Just like that, game point from the speed up of Christian Alshon. Callie Smith first able to read it, and then just so quick. Christian taking his time now, getting some water, toweling off. And once again, if they can get this one, we are done with this match.
10-19.
Really testing Callie right now. Keeping that ball away from Max. Callie showing that she can stand up to the test. Max Freeman didn't touch a ball during that rally. Callie Smith really showing what she's got. Ball goes back to the slice here. Reminder, it is win by 2. So if they tie it up, we'll have to go to 12. That one out, but a nice angle from Max Freeman as he taps his head. Serve over to Max now.
9-10-2.
Christian Alshon taking Max to his backhand on that right side.
Yep. 10-9-1.
Once again at game point. Once again, testing Callie. And it works. Christian Alshon and Etta Tuionetoa share a hug. And I really think that the